Well, since we're the last one, I know sometimes when you're sitting here, obviously we've had some very awesome stories, so you're probably still pretty awake, but I thought we'd start off with a little word association. So, when I say the number 13, what comes to your mind?
Lucky.
Well, for some people it's Friday the 13th. It might be a movie. But for Iosif Todoran, number 13 represents family. It's a good thing. Born in Romania into a family of 13, he lived in extreme poverty, with no running water, sharing a bed with 6 others. Obviously, college was not on his radar. Just basic survival was. So to say that his life started off challenging is an understatement. Yet it was only preparation for the future challenges to come. Immigrating to Austria at the age of 9, he and his family hoped for a better future. But instead, he became a victim of child abuse. Then his family immigrated to the United States. And he thought, okay, life's going to be better. I'm going to that land of opportunity. But within a few years, his parents divorced, leaving his mom to be a single mom of 11 children, and Joey, at the age of 16, feeling the pressure to take on the role of a father figure to his younger siblings. Again, college was not on the radar. So given his family's financial plight, Joey decided, I have to go to work. And he did. And by about his mid-20s, he started his own company, which originally flourished. But unfortunately, after a few years and the fall of our economy, Joey's business failed as well. But it was all these things that ultimately became the impetus for him to decide to go to college and ultimately land at Mount SAC, where he joined the honors program, was placed on the president's list twice, and has had a research paper published in the Camus Society Journal, all the while working many, many hours, oftentimes full-time. With hopes of transferring to an Ivy League school or a major research university, he has come a long, long way, both literally and figuratively, from his poverty-filled life in Romania. He is a survivor of poverty, immigration to 2 countries, abuse, divorce, and a business failure. But wait. There's more. For he is also a survivor of obesity, as he has lost nearly 100 pounds and was even featured in Men's Fitness magazine for doing so. Iosif goes by the name of Joey. So you've heard me call him Joey. You're like, why does she call him Joey? He goes by the name of Joey. Now, Joey's a typical American name, right? But as you can see, this Joey is not typical. He is not ordinary. His English instructor wrote in his letter of recommendation, and I quote, "I have never had a student as ambitious or intelligent as him." So I present to you this atypical, extraordinary, survivor and thriver, student of distinction, Iosif Joey Todoran.
So I guess it's my turn, huh? Well, it's been an amazing day, am I right? We had words of encouragement, emotional stories, not to mention we had great music from the other side. So I had an entire speech planned out today, but I know we're all exhausted pretty much and tired. So I'm just gonna kind of wing it, if I can, which I know I can. We all have dreams, right? We all have personal hardships that we overcome. And sometimes our dreams are frozen in time due to different things that happen in our lives, right? But at some point, you will find yourself in that dream that unfreezes itself and you continue. Well, that's what happened to me. More than a decade ago, the dream of being in the academic world was frozen in time for me. And due to different hardships that I had to go through. But here I am, a decade later, standing in front of you with the title Student of Distinction. So you all know I come from a large family, and they're not just 13 of us, but I have 26 nieces and nephews. So there's a total of 48. And out of 48, I have one that's here with me today, my sister Rose. She's at table 10. And I have my friend Mina with me. But more than that, I'd like to thank Ms. Donna Balducci and the crew that helped to put this together. We had an amazing day today. It was great. More important for me. I also would like to thank amazing ladies such as Linda Diaz, Carolyn from the Honor Center. She's the head of the Honors Department. I don't want to forget Crystal from the Transfer Center. I also want to thank my sister Anna, who is the fuel that drives me to succeed. But most of all, I'd like to thank Ms. Heidi Lockhart, who nominated me for this award, and more so for being there for me when an ounce of encouragement is needed. Any of these ladies that I just mentioned, if there's any moment of the day that I need to speak with them, they will make time for me. I just knock on their door and they answer. So I just want to say this. I'm sure we've all heard the phrase, reach for the stars. Well, today, being the student of distinction, I don't just reach for the stars. I'm going to reach for the galaxies, because we can all do so much better, and we have not reached our potential yet. Thank you so much for this award. Thank you to the committee, and thank you all for listening to my long speech. Thank you.